or let's relax our kidneys. Let's give the kidneys and the liver a yin welcome and a hello and I love you. So we're coming into what's called Sphinx pose. I think everybody's familiar with that, and we'll remind everyone Sphinx pose is on the belly, and this is where the blanket's going to come in. We're going to slide it so that it's just underneath the ribs, in alignment with what you would imagine your liver is. So the liver is just below, underneath the lobe, and it's on the right side. See, I've got it kind of low, and I can take a little more. So adjust your blanket or towel. This will also work with a hand towel. And this is an elbow supported pose, but by no means do you have to continue holding the head up. If you like, bringing a block. And this is a real good yin class, so make yourself comfortable for the next few minutes. Now, if you begin to feel pain, any discomfort, you remove the blanket and come into a very traditional Sphinx pose. So you're just below the ribs with the blanket. It's nestled into the ooey gooey part of the abdomen. So beginning the awareness of a rhythm of breath that's regulated. Part of the symptoms I've been feeling with all the sugar cane and who knows what else, sore throat, is a little bit of ringing in the ears. So some tinnitus has been creeping in. I'm hoping that it's temporary. It's just an awareness. But I found that doing Ujjayi breathing, or even just an awareness of breath rushing in through the nasal cavities, or even the mouth into the, I can hear that over any of the ringing. So, you know, as we age, some of you might have tinnitus. You may trumpet. Can I use that word? Can we reclaim that word? Might trump your ringing of your ears with the breathing, the wind of your breath. And with the blanket where it is, you may even feel some pulsing. Be aware of the pulsing in the low abdomen. might unhinge that jaw a little bit. Let's glide, opening and closing a few times, releasing. I'm just going to spend about another minute, and I'm going to remove the blanket for this final minute. Just bringing now awareness to the sensations of the rebound. I like to call the rebound sensations of the pose. Any warming or cooling, changes in temperature in the abdomen, tingling, or just the sense that the pressure has been relieved, and what that is, that contrast. Bringing the chin to the chest, just little circles around, taking your time. Let's do about 4 of these, 3 or 4, and then reversing the direction. And coming back into, so reaching back, we're going to take this, oops, sorry about any crunching happening with the mic. So reaching back, let's bend the right knee. Right hand reaches back for the right foot or the ankle. Elbow up to the ceiling, so hug it in, opening up the shoulder head. If you like, if it's easier for you to come down off of that elbow, please do so. Otherwise, up, it'll give you a little more back bend. So we're pulling that heel to buttocks here. And releasing the right, switching to the left, heel in, and if that elbow draws in and up, feel a nice stretch there, the shoulder head. Releasing the left leg back to the right arm. And whoops, sorry. We're going to do the right arm, but it's going to be the left leg back in action. We're going into cat, catching its tail. So wrapping your right hand to meet that left foot. So right hand, left foot, and you're rolling to your left. So left foot rolls to the left. You've got your tail, and then that left arm is going to come up and around behind the head. It can be above or behind, holding you kind of like a little blanket or pillow rather. Top leg can start to straighten forward, doing a straight leg thing while the back tail is being caught. So sending your awareness and your breath, the middle of the abdomen, just where the ribs end in your back. Floating in the middle there are your kidneys. So they're kind of in the middle low, left and right, and on each one of them they wear this little beret, this little Rastafarian hat on top of each of their kidney shapes. That's the producer of the cortisol, the adrenal glands. And so with this twist and this cat catching its tail, we're back bending, twisting. And so we're adding that crimping in on the right side, and just squeezing, manipulating the organs with the pose. And with your breath expanding more into the abdomen, you can do a massage of sorts using your breath. And sending your awareness, appreciation for your kidneys. You can even send them the essence and the sensation as well. All is good. No reason to be on alert. No reason to send out cortisol at this time. I'm going to cleanse the body of unnecessary hormones of withdrawal from growth, withdrawal from digestion. The first reactions that our body is equipped with when we are set into agitation mode or fight flight, the limbic response. The two most important things that the body shuts down, first of all, is digestion. There's no reason to digest if you are fighting for survival or going to survival mode. So food is on halt. And then growth is the other part. So nothing is being repaired. There's nothing that's being developed for newness or regeneration, cleaning out, clearing out. Those things get downregulated. So we want to promote all is well in the body. Sending just these last few breaths in this cat catching tail. And let the body know all is well. We can go back to digesting food. That does not need to be rotting food left unattended in the gut. That we can get back to growth, get back to immune defense. And as you release your tail, come onto the side. So that would be on your left side. Take your time because we've allowed a lot of tendons and parts of the spine. Let them get back into straight mode, neutral. And since we're here on the side, let's open up the shoulder a couple of times. The lungs will enjoy this. And just windmill. And then windmill the other direction. And we'll come back onto the belly. keep your head just on your wrists without lifting, bending both knees and swinging the knees in one direction. You should release tension in the back, swinging the other way. It's also good for the knees here. Ready for cat to catch the other tail. So right foot stays up and prop yourself back up on those elbows because you're going to need the height to reach back with your left arm. Okay, so left arm, right leg, and then roll to your right. Roll to your right. Cat catches its tail. And not the microphone. And so once you get into some settling, you're going to bring that other arm, right arm, up and overhead, and straightening the top leg, maybe not keeping it bent is fine as well. And so the opposite kidney now is getting the cinch. It's like a pinching or a folding of the abdomen based on how the pose is being held. And so send your breath deep. Send your awareness deep down into these areas of surrounding the kidney, especially on the left side here. You can even add a smile to your face. Smiling relaxes the body. It sends out good chemistry. And scan where you might be holding on to tension. So the jaw. And little by little allowing the low back to let the twist have its way and surrender into the pose. Maybe even in the shoulder, there's some more space to surrender. And anytime your thoughts drift away towards the future or the past, just come back here. Come back and sink your awareness down into your body, sending it all the well wishes and gratitude for its tireless translation of your world outside, filtering the food and the drink, the air, clearing toxins, translating food into energy. And it's well known that all the organs have more than even just a handful. I mean, each organ can probably be labeled with over 100 functions. I think the liver alone is up to 300 functions, 300 jobs. So just marveling, cherishing this intelligence. Complete surrender now. Releasing now the tail and the arm of the top of the head, and then nice and easy coming on to your side. Top leg gathers in. Your recovery. No need to move quickly here. Begin that windmill of the top arm. Switching the direction. And coming back onto the Sphinx. So onto the elbows and we're actually onto the hands, and we'll do the swinging of the knees again. So any residual tightening or resisting in the low back can be nurtured in switching directions. As you come up, pressing into child's pose, please. And at this time, we'll make a bolster as well. And it is an option. So we'll take just a moment. Pillow, blanket, bolster. And turning your head to one side. Staying in child, switching directions with the head. So final 5 breaths, enjoying the stillness, the simplicity of the moment. Breathing into both kidneys in your back. And as you come out of the child's pose, keeping just that bolster still available, let's stretch out the legs one at a time, bringing any relief. So I like to do this next one on sideways of the mat. So my knees can go a little wider than what a natural mat would be, but some of you may have those really large mats and it won't be necessary, but I'll show you what we're doing. It's going to be a wide knee, and it is a melting heart pose with a twist. So melting heart with a twist. And I'm going to give you the option with the bolster. You can use the bolster between the knees. This will also help you from going a little too far in the groin. I'm going to go without it because I feel like I really need a good stretch in the groin area between that area. So what it is you're going to come a little more onto the knees, walking both hands over to the right. I guess I'll do my real right. And then as you make your way as far right as you can, threading the left arm underneath you and coming into a twist. So once you're here, you may find, oh wait, nope, that bolster would come in handy. So it is deep within. So this can be sitting more on the heels, and I'll show you, you can come onto the knees more so that you're more onto
the shoulder rather than back on the feet. So any of these variations is available. So 5 more breaths in this direction over to the right, and then we'll switch over to the left. And throughout this time, I want to impress upon you to be pulsing the perineum or the pelvic floor up, just tonifying the urethra. And so this area of where the bladder and the control of the flow here. So we're going to come back to center, make any adjustments, walking both hands over to the left side, threading the right arm underneath and resting. So one thing, as you breathe in, relaxing. As you exhale, squeezing the urethra muscle, or the perineum rather. It's a little of all of it. Just drawing it up as you exhale. And it may be that's just too much to do or think about, and that's fine as well. Remember, your practice is your practice. My role is to offer the tools that are available, and that you can select and choose what fits you. And final 5 breaths here to the side. as you lovingly come up, coming back to center. We'll come back onto hands and knees, back onto the traditional way, and stretching, giving those knees a relief. And then going into traditional melting heart. So this time, knees can be together. Melting heart, with, just as it sounds, will melt the heart towards the mat. The hips will stay high and the shoulders reach forward. And you'll want to turn your head to one side. Tricky with the microphone. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Can't really get this correct. Bear with me. And turning your head to the opposite side with this pose. And it's really, again, another great pose to be moving the perineum up, the urethra muscle, the area of the bladder, squeezed up. And it also causes somewhat of a vacuum. You feel your navel wanting to suck back. So the contents of the abdomen are reversing due to gravity. It's a vacuum inside of the body anyway, so high pressures are becoming low pressures becoming high pressures. So suck in, feel the variation, and work your pelvic floor for our last minute here. So that's inhale, releasing the muscle, and exhale, drawing it in, squeezing it into the body. And releasing the pressure on the shoulders, coming into child's pose. This is a traditional. So, coming onto your back, please. Hug the knees into your body. If you like, you can have a little support in the back of the neck, the head.
And we're going to move into happy baby pose. So reaching on the inside for your ankles. Maybe you'll reach the soles of the feet if your arms are long enough, and you can stay right here with your heels to your butt and rock around. This is a great place to stay, and this is similar to what we were kind of in with our twisting melting heart. And then as that starts to be more comfortable, we go into the reverse squat or the saddle pose, also known as happy baby. So baby getting the nappy change right here, and just hanging out, letting it all melt. And again, smiling at your organs, smiling at the hips, allowing their struggle to be soothed with your breathing, and your reminders to the body all as well. And for those friends that have their hands on the soles of the feet, you can start to add pressure by pulling the knee, just pulling the knees more towards the torso and onto the sides, just ever so gently. And you can alternate, increasing space. And then bringing the heels back to the buttocks. A little more, any more room in the groin area, using your elbows. And releasing from the happy baby. I'd like to reward us with some side bananas. So come into a starfish. Yep, so your hands are out to the sides and your legs are at each corner of your mat. So we'll start with the right side. So the right foot just stays there at its corner. Left is going to cross all the way over onto the right. And then gathering your elbows above your head and begin to slide your right elbow so that it's kind of pointing towards your right foot, left crossing. So you're making a side banana with your body here. And this way again, cinching, especially the rib cage, the portions of the visceral organs, and this side the liver, and the right kidney having a cinch. Expand and breathe into your left lung.
Just gently coming back with your upper body back to center and unravel that left, unravel the arms. And when you're ready, the right foot crosses all the way over to the left. The arms back above your head. This time holding the opposite forearm and cinching over to the left. The right lung now having more expansion, and the visceral organs on the left side being compressed. Just bringing your awareness to their experience. And smiling at your organs. We could spend a lot of time in these banana poses. This is an easy one to remember if you're in bed and you have a little extra time, maybe during your evening or morning, for some bananas coming out of your banana, unraveling. And if you'd like to stay here for starfish of Shavasana, or perhaps move over to the wall, I'm going to suggest also that you can take a cobbler pose, so your knees wide with your feet together, if you would like even more in the area of the hips. So, and in alignment with gratitude, just visualizing the next few days running smoothly, just gathering the essence of gratitude to you now. And even if you like, you can put both hands on your person as you visualize the time with whomever you will be with, sending your essence of gratitude for this life, for this body, for the freedom of choices, for the variety of this life, for the ease, for the access, and the knowledge available, and the friendships available. these last 5 breaths. And giving gratitude for the work that you will do as you cut your potatoes or wash dishes or cut firewood, whatever it may be, that you will allow your hands to translate it from a place of gratitude. You slice with gratitude, that you wash and clean with gratitude, that everything has an essence of intention, that loveliness that comes from the heart and gratitude. And so all of life becomes that prayer of thanksgiving. And so as you move now, bringing your body into a state of energy, we come back into the posture we began with, just bringing yourself into Anjali Mudra, which is just hands at heart center. So if you would like to bring your videos back and unmute. Just a quick reminder, it's our last time for November, so you'll be getting a new link for the December yoga classes, so be on the lookout for that, as we will not have class on Thursday. Just have time with your family. We'll tune together the Om vibration, soothing effect. So you don't need to think that you're not any good at it. That's nonsense. You can vibrate and it's all good. So allowing your breath to rise inside. May you all have a wonderful rest of the week and a pleasant, safe, happy Thanksgiving. Namaste.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.